Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Wealth Insight podcast, where wealth conversations come to life. And today I'm joined by a very special guest, Mr. Sumeet Bhambri, our global head for managed investments and advisory solutions. Hello Sumit, welcome to India.
Thanks, Vinay.
You've made many travels over India over your course of your Standard Chartered journey. How have you seen our value proposition changing over the time?
Yeah, I think it's evolved a lot over these years, right? And that's completely aligned with how our clients and investors in general have started to think a lot more about managing their wealth. If I take this back to the global view, I see there are three key advantages that Standard Chartered has when it comes to wealth management, both in India as well as in the global context. One, we have a very strong advisory-led proposition. Two, we are a strong bank that operates with an open architecture platform. And number three, we have an international network. And you put all these three together gives us a significant edge over a lot of competition.
That's actually very interesting, and I wanted to delve on all these three parts separately. So starting with the entire advisory process which is there. We bank in nearly 17, 18 countries. I'm sure we have over 2,000 RMs 24/7 available at some point of the market. How do we ensure that we have an institutional process which is set up for the RM so that we give that one personalized bespoke advice, but also through an institutional framework?
So let's take this back to clients, right? At the end of the day, when clients come and talk to a wealth manager, they're really looking for a wealth manager that has a very structured process to understand their needs and guide them along their wealth journey throughout their life. Let me break this into three parts. Part one, we have a very well-defined and structured advisory framework that allows us to have quality conversations with our clients. Number two, we have a very strong CIO office that helps us create and deliver house views and model portfolios that allow us to implement those house views. And number three, we have built a set of tools and digital capabilities that allow us to do this in a very structured, personalized way to deliver this to our clients.
So let's go through each of the points that you mentioned. First, from a framework perspective, what is our structured framework when we talk about to our clients?
Yeah. So we launched our advisory framework called SC Wealth Select a couple of years ago. And that actually goes from starts with the purpose of wealth. When our clients come and look for wealth management solutions, for them, wealth is not just an end in itself, it's a means to an end.
Yes.
And when clients think about wealth, they're looking to solve their needs over a longer period of time. So we start with the purpose of wealth in the context of the client's needs. And we use our today, tomorrow, forever framework to break down client needs into three distinct areas that allow them to focus on each pocket distinctly. Today is all about our clients' needs today over the next years in order to meet their funding requirements on a day-to-day basis. Tomorrow is about their future and the life they're going to live and the dreams and aspirations that they might have. And forever is about the legacy that they want to leave behind for their loved ones, for the causes they believe in, and for the things that really matter to them. Once we understood the purpose, then we move on to a core set of investment principles that act as guardrails when our relationship managers engage with our clients. They start with discipline, then they move on to diversification, then they move on to time in the market as a principle, then it moves to a clear understanding of risk and return, and finally, protection as a key element of that investment principle. These principles really act as guardrails as I said earlier, when our relationship managers engage with clients. And finally, you get to a clear 5-step process where in every one of our interactions with our clients, we have a very structured process to engage with them. Starts with showcasing our capabilities, then using the today, tomorrow, forever framework to really discover client needs and understanding what we can do for them. Number three, we propose a portfolio or a solution to our clients, and there we break our portfolio solutions into foundation and opportunistic, and I can talk about that later. Then we actually implement a client's portfolio, and then comes the most important part, which is monitoring and reviewing the portfolio on an ongoing basis so that our clients can stay on target, on track for their wealth needs.
So you explained a lot on the advisory process with there. How does the CIO office fits in?
So the CIO office has the expertise to deliver house views on the markets, clearly laying out market trends and opportunities that arise both short term and longer term. And they deliver model portfolios that we can then use to construct portfolios for our clients. We can do them on an advisory basis or on a discretionary basis. And we are also able to use those house views to capture opportunities for our clients that may be available at different points in time.
So when we take those house views, in the end, those house views should give actionable ideas. So solutioning becomes a very critical part.
Absolutely.
How does open architecture work in that?
So before I get to open architecture, I think there's an important element around how we convert those views into solutions, right? And again, there we've developed a proprietary tool called myWealth Advisor that we have now available across 5 of our markets, including in India, where our relationship managers have access to our client portfolios of their clients at any given point of time. They can go through those client portfolios in a very structured way. And at any given point of time, they can open up their client portfolios, review performance of those portfolios, look at gaps that they have versus the actual model that they're working with, and propose solutions and actions that can help them mitigate those gaps to the model portfolio. This we find is a very structured approach to help all our relationship managers engage with our clients on a periodic basis and propose solutions that are completely relevant to them. What we've now recently done is implemented AI capabilities on top of this. So on any given day, our relationship managers know which client they should be calling on a given day, why they should be reaching out to them, depending on what's happening in the client's portfolio, and third, exactly what to tell those clients. And this really helps empower the relationship manager to engage with a much larger number of clients in a structured way that was otherwise not possible. You know, these things all seem quite distinct on their own, but when you bring them all together, it creates a very strong foundation for how we do advisory within Standard Chartered Bank. And I think that's something that we are quite proud of, and something that we are quite committed to continuing to build over a longer period of time and bring it to our clients in more and more markets.
That is one thing which I think truly differentiates us, whether we are an international or a local bank from our competition.
Absolutely. And I think maybe you're better placed to then give us an insight into how clients in India and our relationship managers in India actually use that tool.
Yeah, that's great. So Sumit, it's been a great experience with myWealth. I think 3 reasons why it stands out. 1, it's exclusive. No one else is doing this in the local market. Second, it gives a core foundation portfolio to clients, playing our house views as well as solutioning. And third, the reach which the RMs can get. So it's been a phenomenal digital tool for our clients also.
That's absolutely fantastic to hear.
So Sumit, I'll take the discussion now forward to solutioning. We discussed about our advisory framework, but when we talk about solutioning, how are we different on the international stage and how does open architecture work in that?
Yeah. So first of all, let's define what's open architecture, right? So open architecture is a model where we don't have our own asset management company. We don't have our own insurance company. We work with the best product partners across the street and look for products and solutions that really address our clients' needs in managing their wealth. Now, what we've been focused on is also curating a set of exclusive products that are only available through Standard Chartered and bring the best of Standard Chartered to our clients. Let me give you a couple of examples, right? So let's start with Signature CIO funds, correct? So I spoke earlier about our house views and the CIO office that creates model portfolios and asset allocation models that we can deliver to our clients. So we call them foundation portfolios, which is really the core of a client's portfolio that they can buy and hold for a longer period of time and stay on track as they manage their wealth.
So I would love to take this conversation, but in the next episode, I want to discuss more on how we are differentiating on our solutioning.
Awesome. Look forward.
Thank you everyone for tuning to this episode of the Wealth Insight podcast. Stay tuned where we continue our conversation with Sumeet Bhambri in our next episode. I want to take the discussion forward to solutioning and how do we at Standard Chartered Bank differentiate.